I'll do what I want, 'cause this is my life. Right here, right now, stand my ground and never back down. I know what I believe inside. I'm awake and time alive.
The government wants to be your parent. They want to be your mom and dad. I wouldn't be surprised in 10 years if the government starts to bottle feed you themselves up until you turn 21. Liberty means to exercise human rights in any manner a person chooses, so long as it does not interfere with the exercise of the rights of others. This means, above all else, keeping government out of our lives. As a human being, you have natural rights. Whether or not you believe they come from the Christian God, your creator, or do you think you're born with them, you have rights. You get to speak how you wish, watch what you want, eat what you want, think what you want, and so on. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people, meaning that you have more rights than could ever be written down. The Constitution of the United States doesn't list your only rights. You could never write them down, ever. The 9th Amendment was written out of fear that the government would control aspects of your life that wasn't written down in the Bill of Rights. However, the Constitution has been swept right out of the way. You're probably wondering, what has the government done that controls my life? I'm more free than ever before. While yes, you may be relatively free comparative to other standards of countries around the globe, the government, federal, state, and local, definitely control smaller aspects of your life that add up and force limitation on your choices. Philadelphia's new beverage tax is still giving some shoppers sticker shock. The tax took effect on Sunday at the distribution level, and as expected, some companies are passing the added on cost to customers. Shoppers on Monday were checking receipts to gauge the impact of the new beverage tax. Different retailers have different policies. Acme is adding a full cost of tax, 0.5 cents per ounce, to the retail price. So a 20-ounce soda that was $1.88 on Saturday is now up 30 cents to $2.18. Now I know what you might be thinking. A soda tax? Oh no, my liberty is threatened. Okay, cut the sarcasm. You missed the point entirely if that's what you thought, but I'll touch on that in a little bit. A customer at Save-A-Lot on Woodhaven Road snapped a picture of a 12-pack of diet green tea, and the price surge of what normally costs $4.99 is now $8.03. The money generated from the tax will help fund Mayor Jim Kenney's pre-K program. So there's a lot to tackle here, and I'm not done yet. So essentially, to fund a preschool program, they're going to tax sugary drinks. Why sugar drinks? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but it's not beneath the Democrats to tax certain things they deem to be unhealthy. That is not a stretch at all, actually. Let's continue before I go on an Alex Jones style rant and self-destruct any validity my channel may have. But let me recap. So they establish a tax on sugary drinks specifically in order to fund pre-K programs. However, they will play it off as if it isn't really a sales tax on those who wish to purchase sodas and teas. The mayor's office tells Action News the tax is on the distribution of sweetened beverages from companies like Coca-Cola to dealers like supermarkets. And because it's not a sales tax, distributors don't have to pass it on to customers. And here we have is the Democrat head-up-ass reasoning. Their logic is, I'm going to take profit away from said company through state theft, and when they raise prices, I will then turn around and say, well, they didn't have to raise prices, all we did was take a portion of their income. This is the underlying exemplified instance that shows the Democrats' understanding of economics. They think if you make $1,000 a month and they take $150 through federal and state taxes, then a year or so later, local governments take an additional $200, then you won't find a way to try to get back that $200 that you were accustomed to having before. You have found a way to sustain your life and customs on $850 a month. Then all of a sudden, you only have $650 a month, and they expect you to not make up the difference? Are you kidding me? I really think this is the way to keep fat people from drinking soda. I really think it is. So now I know I'm buying water, Carl Salisbury of North Philadelphia said. So why do I believe this? Well, a bit of inferring, I suppose. Let's read the law here. The tax is not just on sodas. The tax is on any non-alcoholic beverage, syrup, or other concentrate used to prepare a beverage that lists as an ingredient any form of caloric sugar-based sweetener, including but not limited to sucrose, glucose, or high fructose corn syrup. Drinks considered diet or zero calorie are also taxed. Specifically, this tax on any non-alcoholic beverage, syrup, or other concentrate used to prepare beverage that lists any form of artificial sugar substitute, including stevia, aspartame, sucralose, neotame, and various others. Let's also read something from the Philadelphia Beverage Tax Commissioner's report on public hearing. Nutritionally complete products and meal replacements, it was requested that the regulations be amended to exclude nutritionally complete products and those marketed as meal replacements. The commissioner disagrees. All sweetened beverages, regardless of whether they are intended to deliver certain nutrients or take the place of a meal, are within the scope of this tax, except if they meet the other criteria for exclusion, such as being more than 50% milk or medical foods and thickened beverages. In those instances, such products, including nutritionally complete products and meal replacements, would be excluded and no further amendment is needed. Even if they don't full-on admit it, it is related to health. It's a bit too specific to not be for health reasons, given what I read to you. I went on a full tangent, but for good reason. At least, I believe. I showcased that the governments believe that they have the power to burden you with the tax on sugary drinks. Another reason why I also believe that governments are trying to play mommy and daddy, at least with sugary beverages, is we've seen similar cases as this with tobacco. There's organizations that exist just to push the government to hike up taxes on tobacco to reduce access to cigarettes. This is an organization publicly admitting they want to control whether or not you smoke just for the sake of children having access to cigarettes. Don't get me wrong, I don't want kids to smoke cigarettes, but to punish legal adults who wish to purchase cigarettes, you already can't smoke in public buildings, hospitals, and so on. Now you're going to hike up prices to save people from themselves? No. That is not your choice. 4 states will vote on whether to raise their tobacco tax in November. California by $2, Colorado by $1.75, North Dakota by $1.76, and Missouri 15 cents. California currently has one of the lowest cigarette taxes in the country, 87 cents per pack. If voters pass Proposition 56 in November, the tax would go up to $2.87 a pack. Backers of the measure, including the American Cancer Society and the American Lung Association, hope to hit people hard enough in the wallet that they quit smoking or never start. States all across the US constantly ponder the idea of raising your costs to control your life. Now again, I know, oh no, smoking, my freedom is in so much danger. Again, I'll address that in just a little bit. We've just went over the local tyranny based on moral reasoning, based on the moral compass of so-called elected officials, basically voted in tyranny. I highlighted state tyranny as well, but highlighting state tyranny doesn't end there. The government also wants to prohibit your ability to negotiate your own labor and your own wages. It will be a happy new year indeed for millions of the lowest paid US workers in 19 states, including New York and California, will ring in the year with an increase in the minimum wage. Massachusetts and Washington State will have the highest new minimum wages in the country at $11 per hour. California will raise its wage to $10.50 for businesses with 26 or more employees. New York State is taking a regional approach with the wage rising to $11 in New York City, to $10.50 for small businesses in the city, $10 in its downstate suburbs, and $9.70 elsewhere. Some specific businesses, fast food restaurants, and the smallest New York City businesses will have slightly different wage requirements. What a way to kill jobs. What a way to kill the chance for young people to get a job, including black people and other minorities. What a way to kill a chance to gain job skills. What a way to raise prices. What a way to take the power of the individual away and give it to the state. What if I, an aspiring computer engineer, wants to work side by side with an established computer engineer 40 hours a week for free to observe and learn necessary skills to further my ability in my aspired field. Therefore, I could potentially bypass 1 to 3 years of college and save money. What if I want to pay an employer to let me work side by side with an established engineer so I could potentially completely bypass college altogether? The government says I can't. This video isn't to highlight everything the government controls. This video isn't even to highlight that the government wants to keep you from drinking soda. This video was made to show that tyranny can exist on the state, county, and municipal level. And I made this video to question, to ponder the thought, or to create food for thought. If the government thinks they can affect or control the things that you choose to put into your body, so things debatably as small as sugar or tobacco, what makes you think they don't have or won't claim the ability to control things that affect you on a larger scale? Where does it end? How long until you have to give up your ammo? How long until you have a set bedtime? How long until you have a curfew? Governments already try, and to some extent, regulate what you can and can't put into your body or do with your body. Governments have already, and still try to regulate how much you can make. They try to control what value you put on your body for doing some labor. So again, I challenge you to question, if the government can regulate something as small as soda, then what else can they control in your life? Did you like that video? Then don't forget to subscribe for more content. Leave a comment about your thoughts or about what you want to see next. Or if you want to call me names for having different political opinions than you, then be my guest. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.